face me, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes,
Speak. Speak clearly and loudly.
All right, ma'am, could you please state your name?
My name is Jaylen Charla.
All right, now, I'm gonna ask you to really speak up loudly. I know that you probably think you're speaking in a normal voice, but everyone's gotta be able to hear you. So if you can really concentrate on speaking loudly, even though there's a microphone in front of you, okay? Yes?
I got you.
Okay. So, did you know a person by the name of London Thomas?
Yes, she was my sister.
All right, and was she your biological sister?
Yes, by the same mother.
All right. And, how old are you?
Me, I'm 20 years old.
Okay. And did something happen to your sister, London?
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay. Did she pass away?
Yes.
Okay. Now, prior to her passing, had you, were you friends with your sister, London?
Yes, we were very close.
Okay. Now, did you know, on or about April 5th of 2025, had she had any boyfriends over the past, in the years prior to April 5th?
Yes.
And did you ever meet or know of any of her boyfriends?
Yes.
Okay, do you see one of her boyfriends or former boyfriends in court today?
Yes.
Can you point to that person and describe what they're wearing?
He's wearing green and white.
For the record, the witness is identified Jaylen Pendergrass. Now, prior to April 4th or April 5th of last year, was she currently dating Jaylen Pendergrass?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Was she currently dating or in a relationship with Jaylen Pendergrass as of that day?
Oh, yes, to my knowledge.
Okay. Do you know whether they had broken up or whether they were still together?
I don't know, they were on and off pretty frequently.
Okay. Now, in the course of, how long do you know of that the two of them had been talking to each other or been in a relationship with one another?
Probably since like maybe 2022.
Okay. And over the course of those 3 years, had you ever met Jaylen Pendergrass before?
Yes.
Do you know where he was living over those years?
At first, he used to live with his mother, and then he had started living with his grandparents after a while.
All right. Now, when he was living with his grandparents, do you know in what city he was living in?
Inkster.
Okay. And had you ever been over to the house he was staying at over in Inkster?
Yes.
And had you ever been to like his bedroom inside that house?
Yes.
Okay, so are you familiar with what it looks like, where his bedroom was?
Yes, I've only been to the bedroom, that's all.
Okay, and where was the bedroom located within the house?
In the basement.
On April 4th of, April 5th of 2025, did you ever come into contact with your sister early in the morning?
Early in the morning, on April 5th, you said?
Yes.
No.
Okay, when was the first time you interacted with her from like the 4th going to the 5th?
Oh, you said the first time interacting with her?
Yeah.
She had called me when I was at my baby father's house, and she was letting me know that she was about to go home, and she wanted me to come pick her up.
Okay. Now, did you have access to a car?
Yes, it was my vehicle.
Did your sister London have access to a car?
Oh, no.
Okay, but you did, but she didn't.
Yes.
Okay. And the house where you were at your baby father's house?
Yes. Before we were together. Yeah.
Okay. And you don't have to tell me what the address is, but is that house located in Detroit?
Yes.
So ultimately, did London ever make her way over to the father of your child's house?
No, not that day.
Okay. Did you ever take London somewhere?
Yes.
Describe what
Yes.
Describe what you did.
Okay, so I went to go get her from my mother's house. We went directly to my baby father's older sister house. We were there for a good little while. We were just chilling. And then I took her to Jaylen's house.
All right, so eventually you took her to Jaylen's house
Yes,
in Inkster?
yes,
Before you did that, the house that you were at, it's the father of your child's sister's house?
yes.
Was that house located in Detroit?
No, it was in Highland Park, I believe.
Okay,
So, yeah.
so you went from Highland Park, Detroit area to Inkster?
Yes.
And about what time was that?
It was pretty late. I would say probably around like 3, maybe. Yeah, it was around that time. Like we were there until like 3. And it takes a minute to get to Inkster.
Now, when we say 3, are we talking 3 in the afternoon or 3 in the morning?
A.M. Yes,
Okay, so would this be 3 a.m. on April 5th of 2025?
correct.
Okay. And did your sister London say why she wanted to go to Jaylen's house?
Not really. I know she had his phone.
Okay.
She just wanted to go over there, but I didn't think nothing of it. It was pretty usual to me.
How did you know that she had Jaylen Pendergrass's phone?
When she got to my mother's house, she called me and told me that she had it.
Okay. So when you went to Inkster, who was in the car with you when you went to Inkster?
It was me, London, my baby father, and my daughter.
All right, the father of your child, what's his name?
Saquon McKinney.
And your child that was with you, how old was that child at the time?
She was about 4 months, probably.
4 months old?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Going on 5. Yeah.
So the 5 of you, 4 of you, went to Inkster. Did you stop anywhere on the way?
Not that I recall.
All right, so what happened when you arrived in Inkster?
When we got to the grandparents' house, we were sitting there. We had pulled up. We was on the other side of the street. London had got out of the car. She left all her things. She said she couldn't come get them when she gets in the house. But she was out there for like maybe 5 minutes. I told the father of my child, I'll be right back because I'm gonna go, make sure she gets in and stuff. So I had went back there to his backyard and we were knocking on the doors and.
All right, let me stop you here for a second.
Okay.
The house that you were at, was that located at 27262 Carlisle Street in Inkster?
I'm not certain of the address, but I know it was definitely on Carlisle Street, his grandparents' house.
All right. Now, this house that you were at, is there a front door to the house?
Yes,
Is there like a door to either on the side of the house or in the rear of the house?
on the rear of the house, there was the door at the back.
Okay. So when you first pulled up to the address, you said that London got out of the car?
Yes.
Did the rest of you stay in the car?
Yes, but then shortly after I had got out and I left my baby with her dad.
Okay. So when you got out of the car, did you go to the front door or a different door?
No, we went straight to the back door. That's the door she usually enters through.
All right. And did you see London try and get into the house?
Meaning?
Like, did she try and open a door? Did she knock on the door? What did she do?
Yes, she knocked on the door several times, knocked on the windows, because, we figured he was sleeping, so we were knocking on the basement windows.
Okay. As you were standing out there, did you see the door ever open and London go inside?
No, not while we were standing there.
All right, so as you were standing outside and, the door was being knocked on, what did you decide to do next?
Well, we just kept trying for a good little minute. After a while, I went to my car to check on the baby.
And when you say like a little minute, are you talking like literally 1 minute or more than 1 minute?
More than a minute. I'm just,
Okay.
probably like a good maybe 15 minutes. We tried because we thought he was sleeping.
15 minutes, you think?
I would say maybe I'm not really certain.
Okay, so you go back to the car. Where did London go?
She had stayed in the back. She did, while we were knocking and stuff, she did tell me, you know, to go look at the front door and see if there was a key under the door, but it wasn't.
So when you go back to the car, did something happen when you got back to the car?
When I got back to the car, there was a lot going on. You know, my baby was 4 months and she breastfed, she was crying a lot. And, the father of my child, he didn't know what to do. He was getting overstimulated. I had to calm the baby down. But when I got into the car, I just noticed that London's phone was ringing. And the father of my child told me the phone was ringing ever since we got out the car.
So, where was this phone that you saw was ringing?
It was in the back seat. It was London's phone.
All right, did you answer the phone?
I did.
And when you answered the phone, did you recognize any of the voices on the other end of the phone?
Yes, it was Jaylen.
All right. Have you ever talked with Jaylen before?
Yes,
How many times do you think you've talked with him in your life?
a pretty decent amount of times, enough to know that it was him on the phone.
All right. And what did Jaylen say when you answered the phone?
He had asked if that was London at the door knocking, and I was pretty upset at the time because, you know, I'm overstimulated now too. So I'm yelling at him, and I said, you know, let her in. It's late. I have my daughter out here. You know, come on, open the door.
Okay. And did Jaylen say anything in response to that?
Honestly, I don't recall what was said. I know I told him to open the door for sure.
Okay. Now, after that phone conversation, did you get back out of the car or did you stay in the car?
I don't know. I had stayed in the car, and then London came, and she got her stuff. I believe so.
So she came back to the car that you were in?
Yes.
And what kind of stuff did she get?
She had grabbed her purse. I know whatever she had in her purse, I know for a fact she had both of her phones and her blue iPad plus Jaylen's phone.
Okay. Now, do you remember any of the clothes that she was wearing that night?
I'm really not certain. I know she was wearing maybe a black jacket for sure. And her
Okay.
hair was in a ponytail.
You don't remember, like, she had any designs on any of her clothing or anything like that?
I'm not certain.
Okay. So after she grabbed her things, where did you see her go?
She had went to the back door.
Okay. And from where you were at in the street, is your car parked in the driveway or on the street?
In the street.
From where you were at on the street, like, could you actually see her once she went to the rear of the house?
No, but she, you know, she said her goodbyes, and when she said, I love you, I said, I'll call you later, sister, you know. You can go, basically. That's what she told me. So
All right.
I didn't see her going though, but
So after she went to the rear of the house, what did you do next?
I had pulled off.
And before you drove away, did you wait for some period of time before you left, or did you just basically leave as soon as she went out of your eyesight?
I don't recall. I probably stayed there for maybe about 2 minutes. If I did, I'm not even certain.
Okay. After you left, did you have any phone communication with London after that point?
Yes, London called my phone.
All right. Where were you when she called your phone?
I was like down the street. I think I was going up Inkster Road.
And did London say anything when she was on the phone?
Yes.
What'd she say?
She said, tell Jaylen that y'all are gone.
Okay. And after she said that, did you talk to Jaylen?
No, I don't believe so. He was at the door though. The door was open. She was getting in. I watched her.
All right, so let's back up here a second.
Okay.
When did you see Jaylen at the door to his house?
We were on a FaceTime call.
Okay.
So as I was showing, like the door, he had the screen door was closed, but the big door was open. And I guess she was showing him the phone as me driving on the road.
All right,
She was telling me to tell him that I left.
so this was a FaceTime call.
Yes.
And on your phone, when you're on this FaceTime,
Mhm.
is the phone like pointed at you or is it pointed away from you?
She had pointed it away for a little second, but it was mostly on her.
No, what I'm asking is your phone, the phone that you had.
Oh, I was driving.
Mhm.
To myself, but I was driving, but I did I turned the camera around like this, and then I flipped it back on me because I couldn't just look at the phone and just turn the camera on.
So the way you were holding the phone, you could actually see what London's phone was showing on FaceTime?
Yes,
All right. So from what you could see on FaceTime, could you tell whether London's device was inside or outside of the house?
it was outside of the house at first.
Okay. And is that when you saw Jaylen?
Yes, she would, she like turned the camera to show him that I was on the road leaving, basically.
All right. So at that point, you could actually see Jaylen's face?
A little bit, it was pretty dark, but I seen him, yeah.
Okay. And then at some point, can you see that the device is now inside of the house?
Yeah, I think she had walked in after a while. I was like, yelling like, let her in, what are you doing? Like, probably gone, So I was like, let her in. So.
At some point, either on this FaceTime conversation or any other FaceTime conversations that were taking place in that early morning, could you ever tell that London's device was in the basement of the house?
When by the time I had got back to my baby father's house, she did FaceTime me. I don't believe he was in the room, but she FaceTimed me and she was in the room. I saw the red lights. She's sitting on the bed.
All right, when you say red lights, what do you mean by that?
He has red LED lights in his room.
Are the LED lights like attached to anything in the room?
I believe they're attached to the ceiling, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So this was another FaceTime call after the first one while you were driving?
Yes.
Okay. On the second FaceTime call, did London appear to be injured or hurt in some way?
No.
Okay. Throughout that night, okay, until you went to bed, did you ever receive any text messages from London?
Yes.
Okay, describe how that came about.
Not too long. I think, I'm not even sure if it was before or after the FaceTime call, but she did text my baby father's phone with a message saying something about,
Your response.
Well, I'm not offering for its truth.
Then I would ask what is being authored for, Judge.
Well, I think it goes to the occupants of the room at the time the message was sent, not the content of the message. I'm not offering for its truth.
Mr. Johnson, you're saying.
I concur with Mr. Clements on this, Your Honor. This is hearsay, and he's getting into the details of the message. I don't think that's appropriate. I don't know if there's an exception to the hearsay rule that would allow that.
She's on the phone. She got a text message from her child's father that you wanted to use to show the location of the defendant at the time.
I want to use it to show who she was in contact with at the time the message was sent.
Overruled.
What did the text message say?
it says.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. I know the court's already ruled, but this could be brought in through another witness. And it would not be hearsay because she could testify to who this was, the person who potentially offered it or received it. And I think that would suffice. But again, I just want my objection noted that he's getting into the crux of it. And if he wants that, I think he could get that in through another witness. Thank you, Your Honor.
The message was like along the lines of, now this fat bitch is saying she doesn't trust me.
Did you ever respond to that text?
I'm not certain, I recall.
All right.
If so, I probably just asked, what are you talking about?
If you can remember, about how long after you got home did you get that message? Or was that message received on your baby father's phone?
Yeah, it was received on my baby father's phone, but it wasn't that long after we got home. We were still up, we were pretty tired, but we were still up.
So do you think it was, if you know, was it within an hour of you be returning back to the home? Was it 2 hours?
Definitely within an hour of us being home.
Okay. After that communication, did you ever have any communication with London after that?
No, when we went to sleep. Now that I think about it, if the text may have been before the FaceTime call, I'm not really certain. I don't remember.
Okay. So you went to sleep.
Yes.
When did you wake up the next day?
Around maybe like 3:30, 4 o'clock.
All right,
It
and
was late.
I said something that was confusing there.
Yes.
You went to bed still in the early morning hours of April 5th?
Yes, around like, yeah, when we got home, it was probably around like maybe going on 5. I'm not certain. I know it was early in the morning, maybe going on 6, I'm not sure.
So maybe around 5 o'clock in the morning, that's when you went to sleep. Is that true?
Timing, I'm not really certain, but it was definitely early in the morning, yes.
Okay. Then you went to sleep and you woke up at around 4 p.m. also on April 5th.
Correct.
All right. Now, when you woke up, did you do anything at some point after you woke up to try and talk to or communicate with London?
Yes, I called her phone maybe twice.
And was that like right when you got up, or was it hours after you got up? Do you remember?
Maybe like, I would say maybe like 30 minutes after I got up, I had to attend to my daughter and stuff, get myself up.
Okay. Now, when you tried communicating with her, did she ever answer the phone?
No, it went straight to voicemail.
Did you ever try and send her like text messages or social media messages that weren't verbal?
Yes.
Did she ever respond to any of those messages?
No.
So what did you do after you weren't able to get in touch with her?
I started, like wondering, like, it's late, this isn't like her, why is she not taking or answering the phone? Her phone, she doesn't let her phone go dead. That's one thing about her. So then my baby father recommended, hey, why don't you look at her location? I looked at her location.
All right, so let's break this down for a sec.
Right.
Did you or London have a setting on their phones which would allow you to see the location of your devices?
Yes.
Okay. And what program did you use in order to try and see the device locations?
Meaning the app?
Yeah.
It was called Find My, I believe.
Okay.
Find My iPhone, something that much.
So when you tried to find out where the location of London's device was, what did you find or see?
It was said that she was at some elementary school or near some trailer parks in Westland, Michigan.
Now, did you think that was unusual?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I dropped her off in Easter. Her orientation was in Radford.
All right, you made reference to an orientation right now. What does that mean?
Orientation meaning she had an orientation for a job the next morning. Jim said that he would take her to it. It was at Little Caesar's Pizza in Radford, Michigan.
Okay, so she had like she had an appointment with her job. Had she just started working at this job?
She didn't even start working there yet. Orientation is, like getting your shirts and stuff,
Okay.
Stuff like that.
And the location of this business was in Redford.
Yes.
So did you have any reason why that device would be at a field in Westland?
I wasn't certain. That's why I was so eager to figure out.
All right, so what did you do after you saw that?
I called my mom. I let her know what was going on, like London was answering her phone. And I dropped my baby off to my mother to then go to the location in Westland.
All right, and so did you go to the location where it indicated the device was?
Yes.
Did you see London there when you got there?
No.
Did you find her device when you got there?
No.
All right, so what did you do after you didn't see London or the phone there?
We went to his house,
When you say his,
or his grandfather's house.
you mean Jaylen Pendergrass's?
Correct.
So that's in Inkster?
Yes.
So when you did you go to the same house that you'd gone to earlier that day?
Yes.
And when you went there, did you see London there?
No.
Did you see her phone there?
No.
So what did you do when you got there?
When I got there, instantly I seen his mother coming from or she was in the backyard, but as I was getting out the car, she was walking down the driveway.
All right, now when you say his mother, whose mother are you talking about?
Jaylen Pendergrass.
All right, this person that you referred to, do you see them in court today?
The mother?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you point to that person and describe what they're wearing? Okay, and what is the person wearing?
Green and white.
Now, there are multiple people here wearing green and white. Is she the person closest to me or farthest away from me?
Closest.
For the record, the witness is identified Charla Pendergrass.
Right, well, sorry.
Now, before that day, had you ever met Charla Pendergrass before?
I've met her maybe like once.
Okay, where was that at?
It was at the house he used to stay at with his mother.
Okay. So when you first saw her, was she outside or was she inside the house?
When I first saw her at the grandparents' house,
Yes.
she was outside in the backyard on the phone.
Did you talk to her?
When she came down the driveway as I was walking up, yes.
Okay, and what, did you ask her anything or what did you say to her?
I was basically saying, "Where's London? Have you seen her?" She's not answering the phone.
And what was Charla's response to that?
She said, "No, I haven't seen her."
Okay. Did she say anything about London besides I haven't seen her?
Well, I really don't recall. I know I was getting pretty rowdy because it's my younger sister and I dropped her off here last night and you're here, you don't live here. And I'm asking where my younger sister is. And you as a mother, expecting me to know,
Did you ever ask her if you could talk to Jaylen?
Yes, I did.
What was her response to that?
She said, "No, he has work. I'm not waking him up."
Okay. How did this conversation between you and Charla Pendergrass end?
She walked away and at the end she had walked away, ended up going to go get him, I believe. And
Okay.
she was standing outside.
Now, from you having this conversation with her, did it seem as if she was trying to help you, or how would you describe her behavior?
I object. I object, that would be speculation in terms of didn't see. Now, I think the second part of the question is, okay, if he's asking about what her observation was, but whether or not it seemed like she was doing something would be speculation.
Well, I don't think it's speculation. She can testify about her impressions of her behavior and her demeanor.
You asked that, but not that it seemed those are two different things.
Do you want to rephrase that question? Just saying.
What did you observe about her behavior and demeanor when you talked to her?
At first when I was talking to her, I don't know, it seemed like her voice was pretty shaky when she was on the phone. I don't know what that was about, but it did seem like she was lying. She said something along the lines of,
Objection, move to strike, and so that would be speculation, and I would move to strike that. It seemed like she was lying, it's total speculation.
Well, I mean,
Same difference.
Then the objection would be relevant, Judge.
Overruled.
what about what she said made you think she was lying to you?
she said London walked off.
All right, so this is what I want to ask you about now. Earlier, you testified that she just told you that she hadn't seen London, correct?
Correct.
So how did it come about that she said that London walked off?
She said, she was basically trying to say that London does a lot, or it was a lot going on, or something had happened to where there was a lot of yelling or something. I'm not really certain, but she did end up saying that London had walked off.
Okay, so
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to make a standing objection at this particular time to any statements being made allegedly by the co-defendant being impugned against Mr. Pendergrass until the prosecutors laid a foundation for the conspiracy.
So this conversation where she goes into more details about London and what happened, was that during the same conversation where you're talking to her after she's coming out from the backyard?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. So do you remember it all? If you can, what type of question did you ask in order for her to start telling you about there was a lot going on?
I don't recall. It was, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Do you recall her saying anything else other than what you've testified about, you know, there being a lot going on and London walking off? Do you remember her saying anything else?
She was basically trying to say that she has offered London Ubers before, you know, to go home. I was, you know, wondering why they got into it, why she didn't call me, and or why didn't Jaylen take her home.
Okay, and she mentioned something about she had offered London Ubers in the past?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else that you can remember her saying?
That's pretty much it. I'm not really certain as of right now.
Okay. But you said that eventually she went inside and you thought she was going to get Jaylen?
Yes, she did.
Okay, did Jaylen ever come out of the house?
Yes.
Did you ever talk to Jaylen?
Yes.
Did you ask him where your sister London was?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said he wasn't speaking much. I think he said, I don't know, or I'm not sure. I don't know.
He wasn't speaking much?
He
Was
wasn't
that,
speaking much.
does that mean he wasn't like answering your questions? What do you mean by that?
Meaning he was very like just down, it seemed like. I don't know. Just like shy or something. I'm not sure.
Do you recall him saying anything else other than what you just testified about outside when you were talking to him on April 5th?
Jaylen Pendergrass?
Yes.
He said, I really don't remember what he was saying, because like I said, he wasn't saying much. He didn't say much, but all I know is that I did ask him, if your mother wasn't here, would you have taken London home? Because she did say that she didn't let him take her home. And he answered yes.
Okay. While you're there, had the police been called, or did you call the police after you talked to both Pendergrasses?
I believe the father of my child's mother called the police.
Okay.
I didn't call the police, I know that much.
Did the police ever arrive when you were there?
No,
Okay. Did you ever leave the area on Carlisle?
yes,
And did you communicate with any police officers after you left Carlisle?
yes, we had came back
Back to where?
to the house in Carlisle,
All right, so let's break this down real quickly.
right?
You were at Carlisle, you had this conversation, and then you left.
Yes, I only left because she was trying to leave.
Okay. When you say she, who are you talking about?
Charla Pendergrass,
Okay. You said she was trying to leave. What makes you say she was trying to leave?
she kept saying she had to go pick up medicine for one of the grandparents, I'm not sure. But my baby father, he didn't think that was like,
Objection to what her baby father called.
That's fine, Your Honor. I'll allow it. So without telling me what he was saying or thinking, did Charla Pendergrass ever leave?
yes,
Okay. Why did that make you leave?
my sister is missing. I don't know what she's trying to do. I'm not sure of the word, but just.
So
She's trying to make sure.
where did you go?
I believe we had pulled up to a Dollar General, I think it was a Dollar General.
Okay. Was that in Inkster or some other place?
It was in Easter, it was not that far from the house on Carlisle Street.
So you go there.
Yeah.
After you're there, you go back to Carlisle Street.
Yes,
All right. when you returned back to Carlisle Street, had the police, were they already there, or did they come when you came back the second time?
They were there when we came back.
Okay, and did you talk to the police then?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what your sister's phone number was?
Yes.
What was her phone number?
313-680-2421.
After you dropped her off in the early morning of April 5th, did you ever see your sister alive again after that day?
No.
After the FaceTime conversations and the text messages, did you ever communicate with your sister after what you described here in court today?
No.
In your experience, did you ever know your sister to just, disappear for days or weeks at a time without having any communication with you?
Never.
Okay. Had you ever known her to just run away and disappear without communicating with anyone?
Never.
Okay. I don't have any other questions.
Mr. Johnson?
Thank you, Your Honor. Morning, Ms. Hatcher.
Good morning.
Ms. Hatcher, my name's Terry Johnson. I represent Ms. Charla Pendergrass. I'm going to ask you some questions about the 5th and some other questions that Mr. DeCrazia asked you as well. At any time you don't understand, just say, I don't understand, or stop me, okay? That a yes?
Yes.
Okay, you have to say yes or no so we can take all this down, okay?
Gotcha.
Okay. I want to go back to the morning of April 5th. You testified that you picked up London from your mother's house, correct?
Correct.
And then you went to your baby daddy's house in Highland Park, correct?
No, his sister's house.
His sister's house, thank you. And you chilled for a while, correct?
Yes.
Okay, what does chill mean?
We were just chilling, just talking. Really, I think they smoked. That was about it.
Okay, when you say smoked, what are you referring to? Marijuana?
Yes.
Okay. And did everybody smoke marijuana then?
Not me.
You didn't smoke marijuana?
No.
Okay. London smoked?
I believe so.
Okay. What about, did you guys drink?
Not me. I didn't.
Okay, what about the other people?
I'm pretty sure my baby daddy maybe took a shot, and I know his sister was drinking prior to us even getting there.
Okay, what about London? Did she have anything to drink? If you remember.
I'm not sure. I don't believe so.
Okay. And how long were you chilling in Highland Park before you came to house on Carlisle?
We were there for maybe 3 hours or so. I really certain it was pretty late when we left, though. I know that.
Okay, and it's your testimony that London had an orientation the next day, correct?
Correct.
Okay, do you know what time that orientation was scheduled to be?
10 a.m. I believe.
Okay. And do you know where in Redford? I don't need the address, but do you know which Little Caesars in Redford?
Not specifically. I just know it was in Redford. I know exactly where it is, just not the address or what room it is.
Okay, so let's go back for a minute. You mentioned that London had Jaylen's phone, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm kind of confused about something. You said that you were taking her out for an orientation, correct?
I was going to.
You were going to?
Originally, she was going to spend the night with me until when we left the sister's house. She asked me to take her to Jaylen's house.
Okay. Had she communicated with Jaylen at any point that, hey, I'm coming out here and I want you to take me to the orientation?
I'm not certain.
Okay. But that plan changed, correct? Because you just said you were gonna take her to the orientation, and at some point after you guys were chilling, London made the decision to go to Inkster, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And when you guys got out there, fair to say, well, that would be speculation. Let me ask a different way. When you got to the house, London got out, you stated London got out of the car first, correct?
Correct.
London didn't take her things, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you know why London didn't take her things?
No, I'm pretty sure she was just trying to make sure she was able to get in the house first.
Okay. So she wasn't able to get in the house for a while, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I just want to make sure I understand your testimony. You stated you went around the front to look for a key?
Yeah,
Had you done that before?
no.
Why would you look for a key? I'm just curious.
She asked me to.
Okay. And Mr. DeGrazzi asked you also about this house. This house has a back door, which you were at, correct?
Yes.
And has a front door, correct?
Yes.
Did anybody knock on the front door?
No.
Why didn't you knock on the front door?
I'm assuming because his room is in the basement.
Okay, but I'm not asking what someone else did. I'm asking why you didn't knock on the front door.
I don't usually knock on the front door.
How many times have you been to that house in Inkster on Carlisle?
I'm not sure how many times. I know I was there for sure once before, but I don't think it was many times after that.
Okay, when you say once before, when was this once before?
It was like maybe the year before on his birthday. No, yeah, I think so, yeah.
So you hadn't been, just so I'm clear, you hadn't been to that house in a year, correct?
Other than dropping her off now.
Okay. And in the past, when you dropped her off, had she, to your knowledge, communicated with someone, hey, I'm on my way over here, I'll be there in a few? Had she done that before?
Not to my knowledge. As of that night, no.
I want to go back. She left her things, you said she left her things, correct?
Correct.
And at some point, you and her got out of the car.
Yes,
Did she grab her things at that point?
not at that point.
Okay, and you're banging on the door, both of you at that point, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Why was it so important that you got in that house that day?
I'm not sure she wanted to be there, so I was just trying to make sure she got in.
I mean, did you say to her, he's not answering the phone, he's not coming to the door, I'm gonna take you back home? Did you have that conversation?
No, but her phone was in the car. We never called him when we arrived. She had his phone.
So when you're knocking on the door, you in London, are you saying anything or are you just knocking?
We're just knocking.
You're not, hey, it's London, hey, it's Jay, you're not saying anything.
No.
And you also stated, when Mr. DeGrazzi asked you some questions, you figured I'm assuming he is Mr. Pendergrass, was sleeping, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I want to go back to this orientation in the next morning. What's the longest, I'll strike that. This orientation, you just stated you knew where it was, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You stated it was at 10 a.m., correct?
Yes, around that time.
Okay. Did you ever, when you did not hear from your sister, contact this establishment in Redford and say, did my sister come up here today?
Yes, I tried.
When did you try this?
I think it was when I had woke up around that time, really, like, it was for sure on the 5th.
Okay, so when
Before I left the house.
so before you left the house, you called up there to this Little Caesars and said, did my sister show up today?
Yes, I was asking, hey, did London Tommy show up here? She had an orientation. Because she wasn't answering the phone.
Did you get an answer?
They said no.
And how many times in the past have you met my client, Ms. Pendergrass?
Maybe like once before.
When was that?
That was at, I believe it was her residence. I'm not sure where it was specifically.
It was not the residence in Inkster, correct?
No,
And when you met her, how much time did you spend with her?
not that much time. It was just an introduction.
So it was a hi, how are you?
Yeah, she offered us, I think it was ice cream or something. We getting ice cream out the fridge or something.
Okay, would you say that interaction that you had with Ms. Pendergrass lasted 3 minutes or less?
Not really, but she was talking to Jaylen, I believe, when we were just there.
Okay, but I'm talking about your interaction with Ms. Pendergrass, not anybody else's.
No,
Okay, how long would you say prior to April 5th, how much time had you interacted with Ms. Charla Pendergrass?
not that much time.
Okay,
Very little.
very little.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you make statements about she was nervous and other things, you really don't know her well enough to know whether she's nervous or not, correct?
I don't know her enough, but the
Thank you.
look is familiar.
You say the look is familiar, but you
You
don't,
can tell when someone is anxious and over nervous. It's not that hard.
do you know what else was going on in her life that day?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what else was going on in her life that day?
No.
Okay, and you mentioned it was getting rowdy. I'm sorry, I was getting rowdy,
Correct.
meaning you.
Yes.
Okay. So when you were getting rowdy, did she appear nervous at that point?
I'm not sure. My judgment was clouded because I was just trying to figure out what my other sister is.
Okay, and you didn't like the answer that Ms. Pendergrass gave you, correct?
No.
And then you started becoming rowdy, correct?
Not really rowdy, but I was sort of kind of like trying to just understand what she was saying. I wasn't understanding because I dropped her off at that house last night or the morning, and she's not here now.
Right, but her phone, you have the location app on your phone, correct?
Correct.
And that location app pinged in Westland, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so what led you to believe? And let me ask the question before I get there. What time did that location ping in Westland?
I'm not sure of the time. It's on the screenshot though.
Can we stipulate, Mr. DeGrasse, approximately 9:48?
So I'd like to obviously be cooperative here, but the issue is, there could be phone testimony that talks about communication with the tower. The last communication with the tower was not in Westland. So I don't know why it's being in Westland or what the conflict is there. So that's why I don't want to agree to that right now.
Well, I'll ask it this way. I'm just going to her state of mind. So I'll withdraw and ask it this way. It was the morning, correct? Would you agree with that?
The time when her phone was
Yes.
there, I would believe so.
Okay, so you wake up, you see her phone that pinged in Westland at that time, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you go to Inkster to ask questions, correct?
After I went to the location.
Okay,
When her phone was being.
right. Did you go to anybody's house around that school where that phone pinged and say, did you see my sister? Here's a picture of her.
Yes,
You did?
I did.
Okay, did you ever tell the police this?
That we were checking the location.
That you went to other people's houses?
I believe so.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
And let me ask you this, in addition to that, did you go to the Westland Police Department and say, my sister's phone last pinged here, did you do that?
Not the Westland Police Department. I believe they were called though, and we were checking out that area later that night.
Okay, so you went, just so I'm clear, you went to Westland, saw an open field, and then you went to Inkster?
Correct.
Okay,
But I looked around, we got out of the car, we were there for maybe almost an hour.
I'm sorry, ma'am, can you say that again, please?
I said we were we were there for almost an hour looking around, asking questions.
Okay, who did you ask questions of?
Well, as we were trying to get to the school, there's like trailer park homes around the area, and there were kids. I was asking, could you get your parents? We were trying to ask questions about my younger sister, who was not answering the phone and stuff. They said that she's pinging here. So, yeah.
And you also mentioned one other thing, that my client was trying to leave, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and are you aware that there were elderly grandparents in the house?
Yes,
Okay, were you aware that Ms. Pendergrass left and came back in a short amount of time?
yes, I followed her.
Oh, you followed her?
Correct.
Why did you follow her?
I wasn't sure where she was going. I didn't know she was lying. I don't know. I followed her.
Is this before or after you called Inkster Police?
I didn't call, but they were there.
I'm sorry?
I never called Inkster Police.
Okay. So, how long did you follow Ms. Pendergrass?
Until she got to the location.
What location?
I believe it was a Dollar General.
Okay. And did you confront her at the Dollar General?
No, she came up and asked if we had $10.
Ms. Pendergrass asked you if you had $10?
Yes. She was laughing, saying she forgot her purse.
What other conversations did you have with her there?
Nothing really. We told her we didn't have it.
Did you follow her back to her house?
Yes. Well, the grandparents' house.
Did you talk to the grandparents?
No,
Why not?
they never came outside.
Did you ask for them?
No.
I have no further questions at this time.
Am I able to stay here?
Go to the podium just a moment. I wanna make sure we got everything right.
Ma'am, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I'm gonna ask you some questions. I promise you I will not ask the same things that you've already answered, okay?
Okay.
Now, if I do ask you a question that you don't understand, let me know. I'll try to ask you a better question, okay?
Okay.
Now, one of the things that you indicated to Mr. Johnson is that you don't believe that London was drinking the night that you were chilling. Is that correct?
I don't believe so.
When you had an opportunity after this happened to your sister, this unfortunate event, did you have an opportunity to meet with some detectives in a vehicle?
Detectives in a vehicle?
Yes, particularly this gentleman here was seated in the back seat with a young lady in the front driver's seat.
I don't recall.
May I approach you? Just tell me if this is you.
Oh, yes, that's me.
Do you recall telling that detective, the female detective, that on that particular day that London may have had a shot of Terramina?
Oh, then that might be accurate.
Okay, do you think that what you said in this interview is accurate, or do you remember now better, or do you think that what you said here would be more accurate?
I'm not certain. I would have to see.
Okay, I'm gonna play a little bit for you and see if this refreshes your recollection, okay?
the night before.
Before you dropped her off?
I know she probably took one shot, but she was not drunk. You know.
Were you talking about the evening that you dropped her off, or the early morning hours?
Yes,
And that would be the night before, in the evening, at the address where you guys were chilling. Is that correct?
yes.
Did it appear to you, or was it your understanding that there was a plan for her to go to Mr. Pendergrass's house, or was this kind of a spur of the moment thing?
Yeah, like when we got into the car and we were leaving, it was just brought up, hey, can you take me to Jaylen's house?
Okay. You'd agree you're older than London, correct?
Correct.
What's the gap in age between the two of you?
Well, she would be 18 as of right now, and I'm 20 years old, so I was saying 2. I'm not sure.
At the particular time?
I'm sorry.
So a couple of years, is that fair to say?
Maybe a year and a half or 2. I'm not sure. Really.
At the particular time that you were traveling to the house on Carlisle Street or in Inkster, it's about 4:00 in the morning, fair to say?
Around that time, yes.
Okay. Did you ever get the impression that perhaps your sister was not welcomed at the location?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that they weren't answering, well, he wasn't answering the door, I just assumed he was asleep, not that she wasn't welcome.
Because this wasn't a predetermined meetup. You already testified to that, correct?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay. And then you get to the location and then you go to the rear of the door. It's about 4:00 in the morning and no one's answering, correct?
Correct.
There was no phone call that you had an opportunity to hear in the moments leading up or the drive over, fair to say?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay. And then once you get to the particular house, there's a particular point where Jaylen calls London's phone and you answer, correct?
When I got back to the car, yes.
At that particular time, did it appear to you that Mr. Pendergrass wanted London there?
It didn't seem like he didn't want her. It seemed like he was just trying to make sure it was her outside.
Okay. One of the things that you also testified to on direct examination is that it was unlike London to not contact you, correct?
Correct.
And to not communicate with you, correct?
Correct.
Fair to say that you communicated fairly often?
Yes.
Okay. Now, have you ever known your sister to use methamphetamine?
No.
And you told the detectives that, correct?
They never asked.
You don't recall the detective specifically asking you whether or not London ever used meth?
Oh, no. I mean, if they did the video, then there's your proof.
But nonetheless, your answer to that was no, correct?
No.
Okay, so if she tested positive for methamphetamine, that would be something that would be surprising to you, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so when you talk about how she normally behaved or things that she normally did, that doesn't include moments where she's intoxicated, correct?
Meaning?
Meaning that she could act differently if she's under the influence of methamphetamine and or alcohol.
Not really.
Okay.
London is pretty blunt, a straightforward person.
What I'm getting at is, ma'am, is you're making conclusions based upon when you've observed her and how she functions with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. On the particular date and time is your testimony that she had, well, now it's your testimony that she had some alcohol but was not drunk, correct?
Sure.
Okay. And so you're making assessments based upon how she presented while you were with her, fair to say?
Obviously, yes.
Okay. Did you ever get the impression when you communicated with her later on after you dropped her off that she was either inebriated or under the influence of any type of substance?
Not really.
Okay. Did she ever seem to be upset, hysterical, afraid at all?
No.
Now the text message.
And at that day?
Yes.
No.
Okay. Now the text message communication that you testified to about direct examination with Mr. DeGrazia, that text was sent to Saquon's phone, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Did you see the text?
Yes.
Okay. Did he bring you the phone afterwards and that's when you saw the text? Or did you just have his phone?
No, we were next to each other. I seen the text messages like, hey, man, you texted me.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So,
Yeah, basically.
okay. So you essentially, right when he gets it, he shows it to you, correct?
Yes.
Was there any concern that you had at that particular time based upon that text message?
Not really. No, not really.
Do you recall whether or not this was whether or not this was a weekend or whether or not this was a weekday?
I'm not certain what day it fell on.
Was London in school at this particular point in time?
No, I'm not sure. I know she was doing some online classes. I'm really not certain though. I believe so, but I'm not sure.
Did the two of you live together at the time of this incident?
I was really most like, I'm staying with the father of my child, and she was living with my mother.
Okay, so you weren't in the home, fair to say.
No, when I picked her up, no, I was at a different residence.
How would you describe the nature of the relationship between London and Jaylen?
On and off, I really don't know how to describe it. Maybe unhealthy.
Okay. Did it ever come to your attention that Mr. Pendergrass had another girlfriend?
I think I'm not sure about another girlfriend. I know there were other girls.
Okay. When you responded back to the location after having gone to the area in Westland where the phone was pinging, there was a particular point in time where the police responded to the location, correct?
I'm sorry, question was?
When you got back to the home in Inkster, after you had gone to the field in Westland,
Yes.
the police responded to the location, correct?
Not, the police were there after we followed Charlotte back to the house.
And then when you arrived, the police were there.
Correct.
Okay, did you see them go inside the home
Not immediately.
at any point in time?
I believe they went in maybe later on that night. I'm not certain. It may have been sometime after that. I'm certain.
When you say later on that night, this is not in the morning hours when you,
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if they went in that day. I'm not sure.
okay, let me ask a more centered question. After going to the field in Westland, what time was it approximately when you went back to the home on Carlisle and Inkster?
You said after going to Westland?
Yes,
It was immediately after, so maybe we were there maybe like a 15-minute drive or so from where that was at, and the house was, I believe, on.
are you able to give us an approximate time if you know?
I'm not certain, maybe around 15 minutes.
Okay, but it's not in the evening though, correct?
In the evening,
Yes, it's not in the evening.
it wasn't dark outside, if that's what you're asking.
Certainly, I'm trying to get a ballpark. Okay, you get there and there's no sign of your sister, correct?
No.
Okay. I'm not having anything further, Judge, thank you.
Excuse, thank you so much, Ms. Hatcher.
People call the Nigel Wilkers.
Okay, so just real quick before they call the next witness. Now, so what's very important about this is we just heard from London Thomas' sister. Now, her testimony really focused on when London was last seen. We even heard her efforts in regards to going to search for London, by where her phone pinged. My girl, she even followed the mama. Like, where you going? The mama say, can I borrow $10 to get these cleaning supplies? Like, I mean, she did everything she possibly could once she noticed that her sister's, sister was not answering the phone. Now, it does seem like there may be some things going on in regards to, was London supposed to be there? Because it sound like the defense attorney for Jaylen is saying, look, she wasn't even supposed to be here. Like, she wasn't supposed to be here. That sound like the angle they coming from. And I don't know what this meth is about. That's different. That's a different, spin on things. So she established that London was last seen alive with Mr. Pendergrass, Jaylen, at his residence. London never returned home, and the family was concerned. Concern escalated very, very quickly. That's the one thing about when they say people are missing, we have to move on these things very fast. Now, what this does for the state, this testimony helps the state because it established that timeline and last known location. These are very key points for the probable cause hearing that we're in, right? Far as this preliminary hearing. So this kind of gives the anchor in regards to the timeline, the last person that seen her, where she dropped her off at, what her next moves were. She even questioned people. Now, from the defense perspective, this witness doesn't place anyone, far as committing a crime. So we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and play to our next witness that's coming up. They are calling Nigel. Let's see who. I think Nigel. That's what it say in the CC. So let's see. Got on her Timbs. Yeah, that look like winter gear. Winter. I really, for some reason, I think that's mom. That mom, you know, she just went out, maybe seeing her daughter testify. She just went out. I think that's mom.
When you face me, please stand. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth? Okay. Speak loudly, clearly, and
Good morning. Could you please state your name? All right, ma'am. Now, I want to ask you about some events that occurred, well, starting on October 15th of last year. Do you remember talking with some police officers that day?
Yeah.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And was that kind of outside in a car in the area of 49141 Paloma Drive in Van Buren Township?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what had caused you to be at that address on that day?
I was there to see Jaylen.
You were there to see Jaylen?
Mm.
Okay, so one thing I have to ask you, a couple of things. One, you have to speak really loudly so that people can hear you. I know you probably think you're talking in your normal voice, but it's very important that people hear you, okay? So really try and speak up loudly, even though there's a microphone. The other thing, too, is the court reporter who's writing down what we're saying, she can't write down things like uh-huh or shaking your head. You have to use words, okay?
Okay.
All right, now you mentioned Jaylen. Who are you talking about when you say Jaylen?
Jaylen Pendergrass.
All right, how did you know Jaylen Pendergrass?
We dated.
You did.
Oh!
All right, do you see Jaylen Pendergrass in court today?
Yes.
All right, can you point to him and describe what he's wearing?
Green and white.
All right, is he, now there are people wearing green and white in the courtroom. Is he closest to me or farthest away from me?
Farthest.
Okay, for the record, the witnesses identified the defendant. Now, you said that the two of you had dated each other?
Yes.
All right, when did you first start dating or talking with Jaylen Pendergrass?
Sometime in 2024.
2024?
Yes.
And how did you first meet him or talk to him?
At work.
All right, and eventually after you first started talking to each other, did you start a romantic relationship with him?
Yes.
Now, were the two of you like ever exclusive, like you're only seeing each other, or were you dating other people at the time?
We was on and off, but as far as I know, when we was exclusive, it was nobody else.
All right. Now, did there come a point in time where you started living in the same house with Jaylen?
Yes.
And when was that?
July of this year or last year.
July 2025?
Mhm.
And how long do you think you lived with him for?
A couple months.
All right. Now, as of October 15th of last year, were you still living with Jaylen?
No.
Okay. When you were living with Jaylen, was anyone else living in the house that you were with Jaylen in?
Yes, his mom.
All right. Do you see his mother in court today?
Yes.
Can you point to that person and describe what they were?
Green and white.
All right. Is she closest to me or farthest away?
Closest.
For the record, the witness is
Right.
identified. Now, when you were dating Jaylen, okay, did you ever become aware of any other women or ex-girlfriends that he was having some issues with or conflict with?
Yes.
How did you become aware of that?
I was tagged in the Instagram story and then she texted me.
All right. Now, Do you know what the name of this person was?
The username was just messy ass baby mama.
Okay.
I didn't know her name at the time.
So, when you say the username, are you saying that were you looking at somebody else's phone where it had that username, or?
On my phone, the account that had tagged me, that was the username.
Okay. Later on, did you ever find out the name of that person?
Yes,
Was the name of that person London Thomas?
yes,
Now, before she started interacting with you, had you ever known of her or talked to her before that?
no,
Okay. Now, the interactions that she sent you, I mean, were they friendly? Were they angry? Can you just describe, without telling me what they were, describe the nature of them?
At first, they wasn't really angry. The anger was more directed towards him, and I was just in the middle of it. And it was basically just her being mad that Jaylen was showing attention to my kid and not the kid that she allegedly was pregnant with.
Okay, so earlier you said her comments were directed at him. By him, do you mean Jaylen?
Yes,
All right, and did you become aware that this person who's later identified as London Thomas was claiming that she was pregnant by Jaylen?
what's the question?
At some point, did you become aware that this woman was claiming that she was pregnant with a child by Jaylen?
Yes, and I was tagged in the Instagram story, so that's what she was saying.
Okay. What did Jaylen ever say about this girl when you were tagged in these conversations?
Before I even saw it, he called me, he said, "Don't pay no attention to it, she lying."
Okay. On or about sometime in late April of last year, did you become aware that Jaylen had been arrested?
Yes,
Okay. After he got arrested, did you become aware that he was released from jail?
yes,
Okay. Had you been living with Jaylen after he got released from jail? Like, had you already been living with him at that time?
no,
Okay. Did you ever ask him about why he had been in jail and what that was all about?
I didn't have to. I seen it like on social media and stuff.
Okay, so what did he tell you about that?
When he got out, he told me that basically the police was just trying to find somebody to blame me. He got nothing to do with it.
Okay, and by it, what did you understand it was about?
Nothing going missing.
Okay. Did you ever have any FaceTime conversations with Jaylen after he was released from custody in April, where he talked about why he had been in jail and about London?
Yes,
Okay, what did he say over FaceTime about it?
nothing specifically, just pretty much like song lyrics and hand gestures.
All right, you said song lyrics. So was Jaylen a fan of the musician NBA Youngboy?
Yes,
Okay, so when he's referencing song lyrics, was it by that musician?
yes.
What song lyrics did he reference?
She was playing with the slimes.
Playing with the slimes?
Mhm.
Is that a yes?
Yes,
Now, what did you understand a slime to be?
somebody you care about, somebody you love.
Okay. You said he was making some gestures?
Yes,
What gesture did he make?
this, like this.
Okay, you just made a gesture with your hand across your throat?
Yes,
So like a throat slashing gesture?
yes,
And that was part of the same conversation where he referenced these song lyrics?
yes.
Did he ever encourage you to listen to a particular lyric in one of NBA Youngboy's songs?
Yes,
What was the lyric he wanted you to listen to?
put the bitch up in the trunk, her family never see her again.
Okay. After that conversation, did you talk with him again, maybe about a week later, about what happened?
Yes.
Okay, describe how that conversation came about.
We couldn't really talk about it on the phone, so we agreed to talk in person, or just like see each other in person. And I went to his house and I asked him like, what exactly happened.
All right, so when you say we couldn't talk about it on the phone, who said you couldn't talk about it on the phone?
Jaylen.
Okay. And so when you went to his house, did you have this conversation in the house or somewhere else?
Somewhere else,
Why didn't you talk about it in the house?
because he was worried that it was bugged.
That the house was bugged?
Yes.
Okay. So where did you go with Jaylen?
He was walking down Inkster Road.
Okay, and so what happened in this conversation?
He told me what happened that night.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. What did he tell you about it?
That she had stole his phone. Okay. When she first got there, he told me that I was asking about a video that she had sent me because I was confused on why she was even there in the first place, and from what I knew they was broken up. He told me that he didn't want her there. She got to the house. She lied to, I think, his aunt and said that while he was out there, that he said that it was okay if she waited in the house for him to get back. When he got back to the house, she was there and he called his mom to come to her out.
Okay. Now, is this incident he's talking about with his aunt and putting her out of the house, is this prior to his phone being taken from him?
This is before.
Okay. So did he describe this event where the phone got taken from him?
No, he just said that when she left, him and his mom looked everywhere for the phone. They couldn't find it, and they assumed that she had it.
Okay, so did he ever describe her coming back to the house later on, early in the morning?
Yes.
So describe what he told you.
He was asleep. He woke up to banging on the door. He was defensive because he didn't know who it was. He called his mom, and then he called London. He just said he called her or heard her say something. Once he figured out that it was her, he talked to her sister and the baby father, her sister. They told him to let her in, and they did that because they was worried that she would cause commotion outside and they would be calling the ring camera or something.
So, okay, so he said that he let her in the house?
Yes.
And did he tell you why he let her in the house?
So that she wouldn't stir down outside and the neighbors wouldn't be involved.
Did he ever tell you that he wanted her to give him his phone back?
Yes.
Okay. So, did he ever tell you whether he went with London anywhere inside his house?
Yes, he said they went to the basement.
And did he ever mention that his mother came to the house?
Yes.
Okay, so what did he say about that?
I was asking him how did she get in the house and did she walk in there by herself? He said she walked in with his mom. He waited for his mom to get there and she walked in with her. She let her there.
Okay. And after he told you that they went in the basement, did he mention whether anything happened while they were in the basement?
Yes, he said that London and his mom
Got into
they
it?
started fighting and arguing.
Okay. You said that he told you that they started fighting while they were in the basement?
Yes, he said London swung on his mom and then swung on him. And London and his mom ended up tussling and she fell through a table.
Who fell through a table?
London.
And did he tell you that the table broke?
Yes.
So what happened after the table broke?
He said he took the back to the table and kept hitting her with it, trying to get the password to her phone and trying to figure out where his phone was. She wouldn't tell me.
Okay. So he told you he started hitting London with a table leg?
Yes,
Did he tell you where he was hitting London with the table leg?
everywhere.
Okay. Did he mention any specific parts of her body or no?
No, he just said everywhere.
But he said that he was trying to get the password from his phone from her
Yes,
while he was beating her?
look for her phone and asking him where his phone was.
Okay.
He had found her phone and he looked through her back, but not his phone. He was trying to go through her phone and get his phone back.
Okay. What happened after he was hitting her with the table leg? Did he tell you?
He said that she asked to lay down.
Okay. She asked Jaylen,
Jaylen, can I lay down now?
and what did Jaylen tell you how he responded to that?
He said, yes, but I gotta tie you up because I don't trust you.
Okay. He said, I have to tie you up because I don't trust you?
Yes,
Did he ever describe where his mother, did Jaylen ever tell you where his mother was while this was happening?
he said she was in the room. And
Okay,
that she told him that was enough. I just stopped it.
okay. Did he ever tell you about any other conversations he had with his mother?
Yes,
What did he tell you?
when she was on the bed, he said he stepped out of the room and went to talk to her to ask her what he should do now.
And what was the response?
I need you to get mad.
And his mother told Jaylen that?
Yes,
Did he tell you that she told him anything else?
together.
Okay. So what did he tell you that he did in response?
He told me that he pulled her off the bed, he stood her up, he grabbed the belt, and he strangled her till she fell.
Okay. Did he tell you where this happened?
Yes, like in front of the bed.
Okay. Did he tell you what happened after she fell, as you described?
Yeah, he said that his mom and him grabbed her and put her in the plastic bin and taped it up.
Okay. Did he ever say what they did with the bin?
Yes, he said his mom called all of her friends and had him call first. He said that they took it to the Paloma address until the friend came and moved it to the car that was in.
Okay. Did he say anything more about that night other than what you described?
Yeah, that he thought the sister and baby dad was trying to set him up and that there was no orientation. That was a story that they had came up with. He said when he went through the phone, he seen that.
I'm sorry, can we ever speak up a little? I'm having a hard
Can you
time.
just keep your voice a little?
He said that there was no orientation and he thought that the sister and the baby dad was trying to set him up or something because when he went through the phone, he seen that London had texted either the sister or the baby dad, y'all messed up the plan.
Okay. Now, did he ever talk to you in this conversation that you're describing here when you're outside? Did he ever mention anything about London lying about the pregnancy?
Yes, he said also when he went through the phone, he seen that she was texting another dude saying that she was also pregnant by him, also asking him for abortion money.
Okay. Did he say anything else about that? How that made him feel?
That he was mad about it.
So this conversation took place outside. Was it at the Paloma address or some other address?
The Inkster address was walking away from the Inkster house, down
Okay.
Inkster.
But if we think of when he was released from jail, how soon after he was released from jail do you think this conversation took place?
Well, wasn't the first time. I think it was the second time he was released, and maybe a week after that.
Okay. After this conversation, did you ever have another conversation with him where you asked him for details about what happened with London?
I don't think I pretty much asked after that. It was just him. He told me stuff.
All right, so in like July of 2025, did he give you another version of what happened?
Yes.
Right. How did this conversation come about? What was the context of this?
I seen him crying, and I asked him why he was crying, and he told me that he was worried about his mom. I asked him why, and he told me that because the first version of the story that he told me, nothing was true about it, and he told me a whole different version.
All right, what was the second version he told you?
That everything was pretty much the same up until like London getting in the house, but once she had hit him and stuff started getting physical, he just went upstairs and put his headphones on. He didn't want to deal with it, and then he came back down. She was just laying on the floor, and he asked his mom what happened.
All right, so when he's talking about her lying on the floor, did he tell you that she was already dead when that happened?
He didn't say if she was dead or not. He just said she wasn't moving. She was laid out.
Okay, and in this version, did Jaylen ever tell you that he participated in any assault or physical contact with London?
No, he said that part wasn't true either.
Okay. So in this version, did he tell you about anything that happened after he went downstairs and he saw his mother there in London?
Yeah, he still said that after he asked her what happened, she just asked him to help her in the bed.
Okay. That his mother asked him to help her with the bin?
Yes.
Okay. Any other details about in the second version that you can remember?
That's pretty much it, just that he went upstairs there after the stuff started getting too heated, put his headphones on. By the time he came back down, London was on the floor.
All right. Now, throughout this period of time, let me ask you this question first. Look, Jaylen has told you about these circumstances, and at that time, did you know that the police had investigated the case?
Yes.
Why didn't you call the police and tell them about what Jaylen had told you?
He was the young I had at the time.
At the time, in these months, in like mid 2025, did you have like a stable place to stay?
No.
Did you have any friends or family members who were offering to let you stay with them?
No, just my baby father, but he was on and off.
Okay, so was Jaylen the person who was helping you?
Yes.
Okay. At the time, or were you in love with Jaylen, or were you just like, was this just like a friend that was doing favors for you? What was your relationship with him?
I cared about him a lot.
Okay. Now, in this period of time, did you ever ask Charla about Jaylen's mother about what happened that night?
No.
Did she ever say anything about London or about the case or anything like that?
No, she did. She didn't say nothing about London directly, just everything that they was going through with the police.
When you observed Jaylen and Charla's relationship, was there anything odd about that?
Yeah.
Objection made.
Overruled.
I just think that she babied him a lot.
Did you ever hear Charla ever say anything about committing suicide?
I didn't hear it myself, but Jaylen called me on the phone and said that she had asked him if I killed myself, if I jumped in the lake, would you jump with me?
Okay. That's something Jaylen told you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I don't want to get into specifics, but did anything else ever happen between you and Jaylen where you could have called the police, but you decided not to?
Yes.
Why didn't you call the police on those other occasions?
On what occasions?
I'll move on. I don't have any other questions.
All right, Mr. Johnson, your call?
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Please.
Ms. Wilkerson, we're gonna have you step down, we'll just take a short break.
Thank you.
We need 10 minutes? 10 minutes? All right, we'll reach.
All rise.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, Sassy, that he was, but you know what, I wish they would have got into it and said why. I wonder why he went past that. Gosh, I wanted them to get into that. Hey, tech guy. I bet you that's the tech guy. You like to know the tech stuff. Yeah, I'm getting it set up here. That's what he said.
You've come here today.
Ms. Wilkerson, you're still on the call? I just need you to continue to keep your voice up nice and loud. Thank you. Mr. Johnson, you're a witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Wilkerson, good. We're still in the morning. Yep, still in the morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Attorney Terry Johnson. I represent Ms. Pendergrass. I'm going to be asking you a few questions today, okay?
Okay.
Anytime you don't understand any of my questions, just ask me to ask again, and I'll try to rephrase it, okay?
Okay.
And as Mr. DeGrazzi mentioned earlier, if, please speak up and no uh-hums or uh-hums, so the court reporter can take it down, okay?
Okay.
We good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk to you about the testimony you just gave. You remember giving a statement to, you told the police this, correct? What you came here to court and testified to today, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it true you said you didn't believe the second story that Jaylen told you? You remember telling the police that?
Yes, I didn't know what to believe. Version of the story kept changing.
Okay, so let me ask you this. You mentioned suicide. My client, you've never heard my client say she wanted to kill herself, did you?
No,
And how long were you living at this house?
about 2 months.
Okay, and while you were living there, you never saw my client do anything that would harm herself, correct?
No,
Okay. Now, you mentioned that my client babied her son. You mentioned you have a kid, is that correct?
yes,
Okay. Son or daughter?
daughter.
Okay. And fair to say you protect your daughter, correct?
Yes,
Okay. Do you do drugs, ma'am? Let me rephrase it. You've come here today. Are you under any influence of any type of drug?
no,
Okay. The day of October 15th, were you doing drugs on that day?
October 15th.
This is, to refresh your memory, this is the
The
day,
day that I talked to the police?
yes.
No,
Have you ever been to the house in Inkster?
yes,
When was the last time you were at the house in Inkster?
I don't remember. Sometime, I don't remember.
Was it, had you been to the house in Inkster after London had gone missing?
Yes,
And you stated, I'm sorry, just so I'm clear on your testimony, messy ass baby mama, whose handle was that, or whose screen name was that?
London, I'm pretty sure.
Did you and London ever get into any, did you ever have a conversation with London?
Yes,
When was the last conversation you had with London?
when she got his phone, she was texting me from his Instagram. We was exchanging text messages and voice messages.
Okay, so this would be somewhere around April 4th, April 5th?
Yes,
Okay. Were these nice messages?
no,
Were you upset with London?
no, well, yes and no.
So in the messages that she sent you, those weren't nice messages, correct?
No,
Okay. And these messages that she sent you, basically, did they get under your skin?
yes,
Okay. Did you respond to her and try to get under her skin?
I wouldn't say I was trying to get under her skin, no.
But you two, had you had any interactions with her prior to this date?
Yes,
When?
When I was first tagged in the Instagram stories, I told her when I did believe that she was pregnant, that I was another myself, and that I was just gonna leave Jaylen alone because I didn't want to ask nothing that she was going through. And she responded and said that she respected what I said, and that most women don't do that, and everything was cool until the day that she took Jaylen's phone.
During this time, had you been interacting with Jaylen once you sent this text message or what you just described, whatever communication method you used? Had you and London had any other conversations? You understand my question?
No.
Okay. You testified that London sent you a text message about being pregnant, correct?
Yes.
And you said, and I'm paraphrasing here.
That's what she tagged me in the Instagram stories talking to Jaylen.
Okay. And I'm just paraphrasing here, but you said you kind of stepped back, correct?
Yes.
After you stepped back, did you talk to London anymore?
No.
What about prior to that? Prior to that, you being tagged in that Instagram post, did you talk to London at all?
No, the next time I talked to her was when she was at Jaylen's house the night before. I hadn't talked to her since I was tagged in the Instagram stories.
So you talked to her while she was at Jaylen's house?
I believe it was after she left Jaylen's house. Well, yeah. When she was at Jaylen's house, she sent me a video of Jaylen while she was there. And that's when the text messages started.
Okay. And just so I'm clear, you did not deal with Jaylen anymore during that time, right? Between those two time periods, the time you said you wouldn't and the time prior to that text message coming in, correct?
I did. I was still going over his house. That's why she was upset.
Did the police ask you where you were on April 5th when London went missing?
I don't remember.
You don't remember if they asked you, or you don't remember where you were?
I don't remember if they asked.
Okay. Do you know where you were around April 5th when London went missing?
Ever.
Okay. No further questions.
Yes, please. Ma'am, good morning to you. I'm gonna ask you some questions. If I speak too fast or I ask you something you don't understand, let me know. I'll try to ask you a better question, okay?
Okay.
When's the last time you communicated with Mr. Pendergrass?
About 9 days ago.
Okay. And because you had said on direct examination that there was a period or a particular point in time where you had some affection, some strong feelings for Mr. Pendergrass. Is that correct?
Yes.
You still have those feelings?
No.
Okay, so they changed?
Yes.
Didn't you tell my client recently that you loved him?
Yes.
Did you tell my client recently that you were hoping that he would get out so the two of you could get married?
I don't remember that.
You didn't send him a message to that effect?
We did exchange messages when he first got locked up and sent stuff along those lines. Yeah.
I'm talking about since then he's been in the Wayne County Jail.
Yes.
On direct examination, you indicated that you were reluctant to come forward with this information because you were depending on my client and his mother, correct?
Yes. And I was just scared in general.
So by being afraid of them, you'd agree that if the police had information that you provided, it's possible they could have been arrested. You understood that, correct?
Yes.
You understood that the police were investigating what happened to her, right?
Yes.
And you understood that Ms. Thomas's family members had been very vested in finding out the truth about what happened to her, correct?
Yes.
You believe that you had information for them, correct?
I didn't know what to believe at the time. He kept telling me different things.
Okay. Nonetheless, you believe that you had gotten some information that could have been helpful to law enforcement, right?
I didn't have any evidence. I couldn't prove it. I just had words.
You recognize the question that I asked you is whether or not you had information, not evidence. Did you understand my question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you, during the month of April and May of 2025, you believe that you had information that could have been helpful to the police, yes or no?
No.
You didn't?
No. I mean, they had already executed search warrants and did everything they could, and they still didn't have enough information. So I don't know what my words will change.
During April of 2025, did you know that the police were looking to speak with you?
No,
During May of 2025, do you know if the police were looking to speak with you?
no,
Okay. You don't recall them going to your child's father? Are you aware that they went to your child's father to try to communicate with you?
I'm aware now that they went to an address that I was no longer living at.
Okay. You indicated that there was a particular point in time where you took a walk with Mr. Pendergrass, is that correct?
Yes,
And at the time that you took that walk with Mr. Pendergrass, he had revealed some information to you about how London had passed away, correct?
yes,
Would you agree with me that that particular time that Mr. Pendergrass was on GPS tether?
no,
Excuse me?
he wasn't on the table yet.
So,
In Inkster,
no,
that's when we took the walk, he was still living in Inkster.
you recognize that my client was arrested in April of 2025, correct?
Yes.
You recognize
He
that
was
after,
arrested three
excuse-
times, three
You're-
different times.
are you aware that he was arraigned on a felony charge in Novi before he was released from jail? Are you aware of that?
Yes,
Are you aware that a condition of his release was that he be on a GPS tether, house arrest? Are you aware of that?
the first time he was arrested, no.
I'm talking about during the time period that you said that you walked with him down Easter Road. Are you aware that he was on house arrest at that particular time? Yes or no?
I wasn't aware that he was on house arrest until I seen him wearing the tether. I don't think he was wearing the tether.
So at the time that you had these communications with him, at that particular time, you didn't see a tether on his leg. Is that your testimony?
No, they didn't have him.
Okay. You'd agree that specifically, ma'am, in relationship to the information that Mr. Pendergrass provided to you, you told the police specifically that he conveyed that information to you in song. Is that correct?
Yes,
What does that mean? He conveyed it to you in song.
he sung song lyrics.
Did you tell the detective that he sent the song to your phone specifically?
Yes,
Okay. So did he send you a song or did he sing a song to you?
both. It was two different songs.
Okay. And at the particular point in time, there was a particular reference to a set of lyrics where he talks about Miss Thomas, where he talks about an individual being found in the trunk. Is that correct?
Yes,
You knew at this particular point in time that a young Miss Thomas's body was found in the trunk of an SUV, correct?
no,
You weren't aware of the media reports to that effect about where her body was discovered?
this is when she was still missing.
Okay. What I'm saying to you is, did you learn at a particular point in time the conditions of her discovery by law enforcement?
Yes,
When did you learn that?
whenever the day that her body was found and got to the jail again.
Okay, so you learned that day?
Yes,
Okay, you saw the media reports?
yes,
Okay, so again, at that particular time, had you had the conversation with Mr. Pendergrass about what had happened via song at that point?
yes.
Okay, so now they gave you some confirmation, correct?
Confirmation of what?
You were, originally, when I began my questioning of you, you said you didn't have any evidence to support what you were saying, correct? Did you say that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't see how him sending me a song.
Would you let me ask you a question and you answer it, please? Thank you. So after that message is conveyed to you in a song, and then you learn that that her body is found in the trunk of an SUV, is that evidence to you?
No,
Okay. During the course of your testimony and direct examination, you said that Mr. Pendergrass admitted to you that he struck Miss Thomas with a table leg. Is that correct?
yes,
Did he say where on her body that she was struck?
no,
Did he say how many times she was struck?
no,
Did he indicate if she was knocked unconscious during that time period?
no, he just said here.
Did he indicate that she was bleeding, injured in any way?
I didn't ask.
Okay, but you were trying to figure out what happened to London Thomas, though, correct?
Yes,
In fact, you told the police specifically that that you purposely were looking to drink with Jaylen so that he would tell you what happened, right?
I knew that if we were drinking, that he would be more likely to tell me the truth.
I appreciate that, but my question to you is, didn't you tell the police specifically that you were looking to get Mr. Pendergrass to drink so that he would tell you what happened to London?
I didn't say I was trying to get him to drink. No, it's not word for word. I said
What was the purpose of you getting him to drink?
I wanted him to tell me what happened.
Okay, how much had he had to drink at the time that the two of you had this discussion about what happened?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah,
Is your testimony that he was drunk?
Yes.
Okay. What led you to believe that he was drunk when he had this conversation with you?
I just know how he is and how he talk and how he act when he's drunk.
You were drunk too, weren't you?
Yes.
Okay. So, how long had you been drinking during the particular time when he made this admission to you?
A couple hours.
When you had an opportunity to meet with the detective, did you tell him that Jaylen was drunk when he said these things to you? You didn't tell him that, did you?
I'm pretty sure I mentioned that he was drinking, and I told him that the drinking was what let him tell me what I thought would even tell me the truth.
Thank you for that. My question to you is, did you tell the detective that he was drunk when he said these things, yes or no?
I don't remember specifically if he asked.
Okay. One of the things that you also had indicated is that you are an individual, when you drink, you hallucinate. Is that correct?
Hallucinate?
You didn't tell, am I making this up, or you never said that?
Hallucinate what?
Do you know what an hallucination is?
Yes, but I'm asking you when I said that.
And I'm asking you, did you tell law enforcement at any point in time that when you drink, you hallucinate? Yes or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. During the particular point in time that you had this discussion with Mr. Pendergrass, were you also taking mushrooms on that particular day?
I can't remember.
Okay. Can you not remember because you don't know if it happened, or because of your level of intoxication?
Probably both. We did drugs a lot.
That was a regular part of your routine, is that correct?
Yes.
We're talking about mushrooms, right?
Yes.
Alcohol, correct?
Yes.
Methamphetamine at times, correct?
Ecstasy. Yes.
Okay. And so during the course of your discussions with Mr. Pendergrass about what happened to London Thomas, all of those things were in play, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you never had a conversation with Mr. Pendergrass when he was not under the influence about what happened to London Thomas. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Court's indulgence, Your Honor. When you had this walk with Mr. Pendergrass on Inkster Road, how far did you walk?
A few blocks, maybe.
Okay. And when you say a few blocks, where was the starting point?
His house.
Which house? Which
The
residence?
house on Carlisle.
In Inkster?
Yes.
Would that be on April the 28th, or is it into the month of May?
I can't say an exact date. I just know it was after the second time he got released from jail.
Okay. Court's indulgence, Your Honor. You indicated on direct examination, ma'am, that one of the factors or reasons why you didn't want to come forward is that because you were depending on the Pendergrasses to help you. Is that correct? Did you tell Mr. DeGrazia that on direct examination?
Yes.
Okay. And you had indicated that you moved in with them in July, correct?
Yes.
But you had this information about what happened to young Miss Thomas in April, right?
Yes.
In May, correct?
Yes.
In June, right?
Yes.
So at that particular point in time, that didn't factor in. You just didn't bother to provide the information, correct?
I don't understand the question. Provide
Okay.
information about what? All
During-
I knew was what he told me.
All,
And even then, he kept switching the stories.
may I? Are you finished? Okay, I don't want to cut you off, man. Are you ready? During the month of May and June, you had the opportunity, if you wanted to contact law enforcement to provide them with the information that you had, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you'd agree that when you started the interview in October with the detectives and they asked you if you had any information about what happened to Miss Thomas, you told them no initially, correct?
When I talked to them in the car.
In October, when you're
That's
sitting,
when I told them that I knew.
I appreciate that. When the detective initially asked you if you had any information about what happened to London Thomas, isn't it true that you first told him no, you didn't?
I told him everything that Jaylen had told me at first.
So you don't recall on that particular day telling them that you don't have any information for them initially? It's your testimony that right away you began telling them what happened when he asked?
No, not right away.
Okay, right. So initially, he
I
asked.
didn't tell him until he told me that they were actually charged with it and he wouldn't just be getting out again.
Okay. And you'd agree that that was roughly 30 minutes into his discussion with you, correct?
What was?
Where he revealed to you that they had been charged with homicide.
Yes,
Okay. Prior to that time period, he had asked you whether or not you had any information about what happened to London Thomas. Yes or no?
yes,
And you said no, right?
yes. I don't feel
Excuse
comfortable
me.
talking to him.
I'm just asking you, was your answer no? Your answer was no, correct? So you lied to him, correct?
I wouldn't say I lied.
So if the law enforcement officer asked you if you have information about what may have happened or whether or not Jaylen said anything to you about London, and you say no, but
I
you,
didn't straight up say no. I told him, I still told him things. I didn't just say no, I don't know anything. We still talked. I still gave him information.
okay. Nothing further, Judge, thank you.
So I think in those last questions, you were saying that it wasn't until the officer told you that they were being charged and were going to jail that changed your mindset about what you were going to tell the police?
Yes,
What about that fact made you change your mind about what you were going to tell the police?
because if I told them everything, knowing how Jaylen would react, he was just gonna get out again in 72 hours and murder that with me.
Okay. Was there anything about your relationship with Jaylen that made you afraid of what Jaylen might do?
Yes,
Okay. Now, you were asked some questions about using drugs, correct?
yes,
Would you use these drugs and drink alcohol with Jaylen when the two of you were together?
yes,
And did that happen frequently when the two of you were together?
yes,
So, drinking alcohol, for example, like would Jaylen Pendergrass drink alcohol frequently when you were with him?
yes,
So are you familiar with how he behaves and when he's under the influence of alcohol?
yes,
And similarly with drugs, are you familiar how he behaves when he's under the influence of drugs?
yes,
So the way he was behaving when he was talking to you, was that like somewhat normal behavior when you're around him?
yes.
I don't have any other questions.
Cross, Mr. Johnson.
None on behalf of Ms. Pendergrass.
Mr. Clemens, any recross?
In relationship to the normal behavior that counsel was just asking about, that normal behavior existed in the month of May and the month of June after you had the conversation with Mr. Pendergrass?
Yes, I don't think it's been many times I've been around Jaylen sober. Almost every time we were together, we were either drinking or doing drugs.
Okay.
That was normal.
And the walk to Inkster during the particular time, is it your testimony that he was also drunk? You already testified that he was drunk, correct?
Yes,
He wasn't aggressive with you during that time, right?
no,
Didn't threaten you during that time, correct?
no,
And we're talking about in the ambit of time, this would have been in May, correct?
not on that day at that moment, no.
But during the walk, you recognize I'm asking about the walk because this is when you claim that you made this, he provided you with this information, correct?
Right,
Right, we're talking about during the time period in the month of May, after he was arrested and released the second time, correct?
yes.
Thank you, nothing further.
Ms. Wilkerson, you can step down. Thank you so much. Next one.
People call Jermaine Lynch.
Gosh, so I don't think there was a drug that they did not do, baby. They was high all the time. I ain't know it was that much. Yeah, I didn't know it was that much drugging out here, but apparently I am like sheltered because they be out here drugging. Yeah, she like every time we was together, we was on something. That's why the defense attorney was like, "Are you on something now?" you claim you so? I thought he was gonna ask her to take a drug test right then and there. That's how he sounded. Like he was about to ask her to take a drug test. Let me have you take a drug test right now because I think you lying. Girl, I tell you, I didn't know it was that much drugging like they doing. I thought I don't know. I guess I don't know. Yeah, when they say meth, that throws me all the way off because I'm really they done lost me with that one.